guys, so we're going to be coloring my lace front wig that I customized myself. If you're going to be coloring a full lace wig, then you definitely want to make sure you have enough hair color. I'm using 2 boxes of the Darkened Lovely hair color in the shade Natural Black. And we're going to start off by reading some instructions because I am no hairstylist, I'm not a pro. So I just wanted to skim over the instructions. You also want to make sure you use some gloves to prevent the dye from staining your skin. We're going to use a mixing bowl to make the application process a lot more easier. And let's begin mixing the contents. So now that we have our hair color mixed and ready to go, we're going to detangle our wigs and make sure that all of the tangles are combed out. Don't want to apply color to matted hair. And here's a close-up of that light brown color that has to go. We're going to turn this wig into a nice natural black color. So first off, we're going to section the hair off, and you want to separate the frontal from the rest of the hair. The back of this wig is actually wefted hair, and the front is a lace front from ear to ear. So starting off, just to make sure that we do not get any color on the lace, this part is crucial and imperative. You want to make sure you take your time. So we're going to just use the tip of that coloring brush to just part the hair section by section. And as you can see, I'm applying color to the roots of the hair first. You don't have to make sure that you go all the way down to the ends of the hair right now. First, you just want to make sure that you apply colors to the roots of the hair, not getting too close on the lace, and also not getting too close to those knots. Another thing you want to do is each section that I part or section off to apply the color, you notice that I'm applying color to the top part of that section, and also I flip it up and make sure that I add color underneath that section as well, so that both sides are colored close to the roots. The closer you get to the roots of, or the closer you get to the lace without actually touching the lace, the better your color application will be. Now that you got that frontal nice and coated at the roots, we're going to go ahead and apply the color towards the end of the hair, and this is the easy part. So basically all you have to do is just take each section. You don't have to section off any pieces or anything. I'm just going to start painting the ends with the color. So I'm just taking it and making sure that I go all the way to the tips, and I'm going to rub my fingers through it just to make sure that the color is evenly distributed throughout the hair. And then we're going to move on to the other side. So luckily this is not a full lace wig. Like I mentioned before, this is actually a lace front wig that I customized myself. So the back is actually wefted hair. So the back, all I need to do was section it off in about 4 sections. Make sure that it's completely combed out, and I'm just going to start applying color to each of those sections, making sure that it's completely coated. So at this point, this is where I used the second box of hair color, and I went ahead and just kept that in the actual applicator bottle so that I can just squeeze it onto the hair. Definitely easier than picking up the color out of the mixing bowl, especially since we're coloring larger sections now. So I'm just squeezing the hair color onto the hair. I use my hands to just kind of like squeeze the hair together to distribute the hair color throughout each section. And then also you can use the brush to make sure that you brush the hair all the way to the ends, and just to make sure that all of the ends get really coated. Once all of your hair is completely coated, you definitely want to follow the instructions of the hair color. My instruction said to just leave it on there for between 15 to 30 minutes. I think I left it on for about 30 minutes before I completely rinsed it out. I did not put it underneath the cap or anything. I just pretty much clipped the hair up and let it sit right there on the stand. And then once it was completely rinsed out, I just went through the hair just to make sure that everything was colored. It took the color very, very well. And I also did not get any color on the lace. That was the most important part. So as you can see, ladies, that lace is ready to be laid and slayed and put on your head. Obviously, I did not bleach the knots on my frontal. Just because every time I've tried to bleach knots, I've always failed. So this particular time I just decided to leave the knots and let it be, and we're just going ahead and went and dyed the hair, colored the wig, and now we're going to apply it. Alright guys, so just keep in mind, I am not a professional by all means. I am not a professional, but I've watched so many YouTube videos and I love how the cap, stocking cap method looks like it's just a scalp underneath your wigs. So of course I had to try this method, and basically I'm just applying the got2b glue gel around the hairline just to hold that cap down to the scalp, and then I'm using some very small manicure scissors to cut the cap around the edges. So if you use those scissors, they're very small, so it cuts off just enough of cap to where you don't have anything rolling back or lifting. So I definitely recommend getting smaller scissors when you do this part. But basically you just want to take a stocking cap that's close to your skin complexion, and you're just going to mold this the way that I'm doing here. Now while that jewel is still attacking, I'm going to go ahead and apply my lace front wig, and just apply it, make sure that it's positioned first, and then we're going to tie it down to make sure that that lace melts into the skin with the gel, and it's going to adhere really good. It's almost going to adhere like it's a glue. It won't budge. It's going to feel like it's completely secured. And also you can see my baby hairs are laid down. I didn't show that part because that took me forever to try to get right. Battery died and everything on me while I was trying to lay those baby hairs. But right now I'm just applying some powder because that got2b glue, if it's on your skin, it actually dries pretty good, but it does not dry to a matte finish. You definitely have a little bit of shine, so that's why I applied some of my face powder there. To control the flyaways, so the Curacao wax stick will be key and the essential key for hairstyling. hopefully you enjoyed this little quick hair tutorial, my first successful frontal. If you guys want a detailed styling video, then comment below, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. So this is week 2 with my lace front wig that I made myself. First week was a side part, and it was like the natural black brown color. I wasn't feeling the color, so I dyed it this week, and then the middle part, and I really like it this week. Forehead on fleek. And I'm still using the Got To Be gel. Still using that. My key essentials are the Care wax stick and a hot comb. Never thought I'd be buying another one of these, but this thing here is essential for making your lace front just like behave. So it looks like I got a perm in the front just by using the wax stick and the hot comb there. Fresh relaxer.